Hello there, this is Alan Collins, and you're listening to the
Stoned Roadie Show. It's a Stoned Roadie Show. Podcast 369. Take one, roll one, burn one down, and roll them up if you're lucky enough to got them. Alrighty then, fellow Stone Roadie Dimension and fellow two-legged creatures. Hey, looky here. My name's Craig Reed, a.k.a. the Stone Roadie. And with me, like almost always, my co-host, co-pilot, and the rocket scientist, Griff Martin. And hey, just got one donation to talk about. Brian Matson donated another $100, and it goes to Gene Odom, and that's $200 he's donated to Gene on this go round. And what else we got going on here? Kimberly Bennett bought the first bought the first guitar pick that God Almighty knows. Warren Hanbury been making those guitar picks out of Alan's hood, and Kimberly Bennett's the first one to pick up one of those. And what else we got going on? While I'm talking about Warren, Warren was in a couple of bands. Back in his hippie days, he was in a band called Smokin' Joe and the Southern Express, and he was a rhythm guitar player in that band. And you know what? That's all the jibber jabber I got to talk about. And why don't you just go ahead and roll with this, Griff? I'm done, I guess.
Okay, I just I want to mention that Donald Johnson bidded on that Harley jacket, that Harley hoodie, real nice Harley hoodie, and I'm not going to sit on here every week and keep messing with that. So he bidded $50. Donald, you have won that. All you got to do is send me a check, and I'll put my my address, or I'll email it to you. And you probably already know it because you've gotten so much stuff already. So yeah, so that nice little Harley hoodie goes to Donald Johnson. And what else was I going to mention? Kevin Rourke sent me a Gene Odom Blue Book, and requested me to get Gene to sign that, and he sent me $25, which I don't normally do, not non-discussed things like that, but because he sent such a nice package of stuff, then I'll definitely have no problem with doing that. So Kevin, yes, I got your $25, and I will take that book to Gene next time I go to see him, and I'll give him the $25 and get that book signed for you. And he wrote what he wanted put on there. So that's what we got there. And then just to give you a little a kind of a synopsis of what we're going to be doing here on today's podcast is, I think everybody knows I went up to the Vice Grip Garage in Tennessee, and we're going to be wrapping up that Vice Grip Alan Collins car thing here on this podcast, and we're going to give it a little break for a while because we've been pushing that Alan Collins car for a while, and everybody's tired, man, from that Alan Collins car. We're all tired. I'm tired from the drive.
Especially me.
Yeah, Greg's wore out from it. But
and Warren,
I've got a yeah, and John and Andy and Kobe So I got a real good video for you guys, and on the road with Griff Martin, and featuring the guys that took the car there, and Warren and George, and everybody involved. And then Derek does a little walk around on the car, so we get to see Derek. I put a short version of it on Facebook, so you guys may have already seen it. Derek walking around the car, doing his smell-o-vision, and he was just as cool as he could be. And he's got a great sense of humor, and so we'll put that at the end of the video here, and then everybody knows, I think that's on Facebook, about the contest that I'm running, and it's a Griff Martin contest for the Stone Roadie show. Craig is not involved in the prize, so you don't have to worry about not getting it. And just a little outline on what happened when I decided to go up there and meet the guys at the Vice Grip Garage, and everything went off without a hitch. I almost lost the drone though. It didn't link up to the return to home mode, and I had to manually fly it back, and I'm not too well certified in that yet. So I mean, I did it, but it was scary. I got the drone back, and then we got the car loaded, and I got some pieces. Here's a piece that Warren left. It's part of the hood, and it was right by the hinge, and you can see where the hinge bolted on there. Craig, see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and you can
Yeah,
see
they had to cut that hood off.
Yeah.
It was all seized up on there.
Yeah, they couldn't lift it probably to get underneath it to take the bolts off, but Andy and Kobe took it right off and handed it to me, and I thought that was cool. And then I got a brake line fell off the trailer right on my foot. I'm like, okay, I'll take that. And then the guys handed me the hubcap back there. See it on my door? So I got I guess one hubcap that didn't get cut.
I got one hanging on my in my shed out there. I got one that didn't get cut. They should have sent them down there with them. Those aren't in too bad a shape.
No, and
there's one of them. There's a couple of them. There's one of them that they destroyed, but there's like 3 of them that weren't in bad shape.
Yeah, so if you don't have all of them, I guess, I don't know, but
yeah,
we'll see what Derek's going to do. I think I don't know exactly what he has in mind. I'm not going to bug him about anything, because he's so busy. I did send him a text because he's kind of looking for a band to do his grand opening, and I told him I'd try to help him out with that, but I think he's so busy right now he can't even entertain any offers for that right now. But anyway, yeah. So then the other thing is I had some really cool things happen, like my buddy Brian Bodkin. He's a guy that needs a heart transplant. And so he's kind of sitting around, and he knew I was coming to Tennessee, and he's got phone numbers to the stars. Like one time he hands me Bob Seger's phone number. We're sitting in the car, and he goes, "Hey, call Bob Seger up." I'm like, "Man, what am I going to call Bob Seger for? What am I going to say to Bob Seger?" He goes, "I don't know, man, but I just want to hear you talk to him." I said, "Well, you do it." He's like, "No, you do it." So, but I didn't do it. I didn't call Bob Seger. But he gave me Phil Kaufman's phone number, who, if you guys don't know who Phil Kaufman is, he's a guy who he was Rolling Stones road manager, and he also introduced Manson to the Beach Boys. And, of course, they stole that song from Manson. It pissed him off. And Phil lived with Manson at the Spawn Ranch there for a little while. And he also is the guy who burned Graham Parsons' body in the desert. And so I was going to try to get an interview with him. So I got the number from Brian, and I called him up, and I go, "Hey, Phil." And he goes, "Yeah, who's this?" And I said, well, you don't know me, but I do a podcast with the STONED roadie, Craig Reed, who was a roadie for Lynyrd Skynyrd, and we do a podcast. And I was hoping to interview you. I said I was just over here at this other place, which at the time I had just left, Manuel Cuevas apparel shop, and I'll get into that in a minute. But so then he starts asking me, you know, I guess he thinks Manuel must have gave me the phone number because he started questioning me about Manuel. Now, if you guys don't know who Manuel Cuevas is, he's the guy who made all the nudie suits. And so I figured I was on a roll with Manuel, so I'd call up Phil. And Phil said, no, I'm not doing any more interviews. I don't want to talk about burning Graham's body in the desert anymore. And, you know, and I said, well, let's talk about Manson, you know. No, I'm retired now. And he is 92. But back to Manuel Cuevas in the nudie suits is this guy here, man. I walked in there with a camera, and I can't believe I did that. And I sat down and had a little chat with the guy who made all those nudie suits for John Wayne, Henry Fonda, Jimmy Stewart, Jimmy Page. So here I have Manuel, who is very famous in his own right, and he has made suits and garments, and you make boots and everything too, right, Manuel? For a lot of famous people like Hank Williams Jr. and Sr. and
3 more children.
Yeah, and you know, and Graham Parsons and just all of these people. And you've been doing that for how long, Manuel?
Oh, just 73 years.
73 years. You probably remember when they were little kids.
Of course.
He's 93 years old, and what a nice guy he was. And I had some questions, and I asked him, and he answered them, and he was just as gracious as he could be. And I talked to his wife, who I think she was kind of wanting to kick me out at first, but I was real nice to her. And then after I left there, I couldn't believe I had the cojones to go in there with a camera and just start questioning that guy. I still have a hard time believing that was me, but I did it. Yeah, so that'll be on in probably the next podcast next week. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I guess we'll go ahead, Craig, and show that video for the contest, and then we'll talk about it a little bit because I want to go over a couple things on that. So let's go ahead and cut to the video, and then we'll come back. On the road with Griff Martin. Here I am in Jonesboro, Georgia. Now, if you're a Lynyrd Skynyrd fan, you know a little something about Jonesboro, Georgia. Because right over there is where the iconic photo was taken for the Pronounced album. One of them. So we're going to walk over there as soon as this traffic clears. And I'm just going to do a little video of the spot where the guys were sitting and standing when they took the picture. Okay, we got clear traffic. Now, I've never been here before, and I was up in Tennessee doing some stuff for the podcast, and I decided to stop by here on the way home because I wanted to videotape this for the fans, just to give you a feel of what it was like. Now, right now, it's pretty hot, so it's in the beginning of summer. So I don't know when they were shooting that particular photo, but I hear that Gary was sick, either hungover or was doing some kind of drug. And at the end of that photo shoot, from a long day of shooting photos, walked over here and just puked on the side of the road, which everybody knows about it. It's kind of crazy. But here is the planter that the guys were sitting on, and I'll put the picture up on the screen so you can compare what it looks like now as to then. And I think it's changed as far as, I think this was concrete instead of pavers, and this is a little different here, and they had a little planter here. But this is the sidewalk where the guys were hanging out for a lot of the day and doing the photo shoot. There's another area down there that we'll visit too, where they had another picture. See if I can find it. But this is the street view where they were, you know, and it's been a long time, you know, since that day. I wonder what those people were thinking that were hanging around this area while they were doing that photo shoot. Probably saying, who are these hippies? Who are these hippies and what are they doing? And little did they know that many years later, that was going to be a picture on an iconic Southern rock photo album, and the band was Lynyrd Skynyrd. Sweet Home Alabama, Freebird, and all of those great songs. And the guys that produced all that beautiful music did their photo shoot right here. Now, as something pretty cool I wanted to do for the podcast listeners is I buried something inside the planter here, right where Ronnie stood, by this little brick column. Down in that dirt, underneath those weeds, there's something buried in there. Now, I'll tell you, my business card is in there, and something else is in there as well. The first person who comes to this place after seeing this on the video and digs that up, you pull my business card out of there and give me a call and tell me what else is inside that object, so I'll know for sure that you dug it up and found it, and I will give you something very collectible that has to do with Lynyrd Skynyrd. And folks that know me know I am connected with some people that gave me a lot of stuff and that I acquired over the years, and I'm gonna pass on some cool stuff to you. So you give me a call or email me when you find that item. Hopefully it's still there, and I'll hook you up. Now I'm gonna go down here to this other area, see if I can find it where the other photo shoot was, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, right here, 126 Main Street. As you can see, this is the other location, and we'll back up and take a look. It's changed quite a bit, but as you can see, it's still recognizable. I'll put the photo up so you can compare. But this is the other area where the guys were, and not that far from the other spot, like, you know, I don't know, maybe 150 feet. So the guys were all hanging out right here, and they're probably tired of shooting pictures all day, and Gary was getting really nauseated, and he's probably going, man, when are we going to be done? And if it's anything like today, it's really hot, but I think it was cooler then when they did that. But yeah, right here, man, this is history. This is history, this spot here and then the other spot. And I'm just going to make a casual walk down the sidewalk, heading towards those areas where they shot the photos, just so you guys can get a feel. I'm going to go down here and then take a look at this corner, which is Church Street, and we're going to turn around and start back the other way, and you're going to walk the same sidewalk that the boys in Lynyrd Skynyrd walked with me, and we're going to have a moment of silence while we do it.
I know you didn't. I'm just kidding. I know you didn't. But the other three.
Did he do that?
Okay. I knew I had
Now don't forget, buried right there. Dig it up. Give Griff a call. There's something in there. I need to know what it is. And you're going to get something really cool. So what'd you think about that video there, Craig?
That's pretty cool stuff, man. Yeah, you sent me a copy of it. Yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff.
But you know, it's kind of like one of those things where I was there and I had an idea and I thought I was thinking of the subscribers and I thought it'd be neat to put that out there. But now you guys are gonna have to get creative, you know? I mean, if you live far away from there, maybe you have a friend that you can call up and tell them, hey, you need to subscribe, screenshot that you've subscribed in your phone, and then, you know, you got to take a picture once you find that thing. I'm not going to tell you what the little secret thing is inside there that identify that I know it's for sure you found it. So when you either call me or text me, then you can tell me what it is. But it's a nice, cool little interactive thing. And Craig was laughing about it. And we're going to have a little fun with this, I think. You know, hopefully somebody finds it. Because I don't think anybody saw me bury it. I think I was pretty sneaky about burying it. But right underneath where Ronnie's sitting, you know, is pretty iconic. You know, you can go and find a little a key to get you a nice prize, and you guys can see the prize. I'm putting it up right now. This is the prize. It's a pretty cool prize. It's you know, the history of Lynyrd Skynyrd. You got a lot of items there that I collected myself, and I will send that right out to the person that finds the item there and gives me a call. I can't wait to see how long it's going to take. Now, if you live in Arizona or something, man, don't drive over there because you ain't going to make it in time. You know? Right, Craig? You ain't going to make it in time, man. You probably...
Laurie Shoemaker will probably try.
That's the reason I did it.
She'll probably drive down there.
That's the reason I did it, because Laurie Shoemaker keeps winning the prizes, so I had to make it a little harder. But
It'd be
yeah, it's
funny
gonna
if
be.
she won this one. If she surprised you, I know where that is.
Well, you could call. I guess you could call Walgreens and get the lady at the desk and go, "Hey, you want to go find something cool and send it to me? I'll pay you $50." Or, I mean, I don't know how you're going to pull that off, but as long as I get that you subscribed, you're the person that found it, and you're the subscriber, and you took a picture of you standing there in the spot with the item in your hand, then it's yours. So you guys have to get creative. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got. And, I hope you guys can figure out a way to maybe get a friend over there or something. I don't know, but somebody's living near there, and I guess if you live a couple hours away, you might have a chance. But if somebody's living, 10, 15 minutes away and they see it, you're pretty much done. All I can say is if you find it, put a note in there that says I found it, don't waste your time. Yeah, leave a little note in a Ziploc there that says, "Tough luck, sucker. I found it." So, and if this works out okay, I'll do it again. There's all kinds of places I can go to do that. So we're just having a little fun with it, and on the Stone Roadie show. Other than that, I don't think we can go over anything else. I really don't feel like pushing any more merch or anything like that. I'm still a little wore out from my trip. And we'll just call it a wrap, Craig, unless you got something else.
No, I don't have nothing else to talk about except for I just want to give a shout out to Lakewood Manufacturing. They donated the plywood to us, so Warren could go back there and get that car jacked up. So I want to thank Lakewood manufacturers for donating that plywood to us.
Yeah, Warren said if they wouldn't have done that, they couldn't have. They had to have that plywood. Because,
there's still a bunch of plywood back there that they left there. That they took a lot of plywood to jack that thing up. So yeah.
And in the video, there's a lot of footage of the guys bringing the car. I put some footage in there, and then you get to see Craig waving goodbye to it, and then you get to see a little bit about where the Vice Grip garage is located, and then do a little walk around. It was raining like crazy, and then Derek and his wife showed up there, and I got to meet her, and then he did a walk around and with the car. So that's what's all coming up next. So stay tuned.
Happy trails to you until we meet again, and see you later, alligator, at the Wild Crocodile. And
It's a wrap.
Bye-bye.
On the road with Griff Martin, and here I am in Lewisburg, Tennessee. And the reason I'm here is for this. Bringing the Alan Collins car to the Vice Grip garage. Now, this is not the location of the Vice Grip garage. I think this is one of the first buildings that Derek, the founder of the channel, one of his first places when he moved here, maybe an office building or something. But the museum is kind of near the town square, which I believe is down that way. Now, the museum is under construction, and out of privacy for Derek, we're going to keep that location secret. But we are going to meet the guys that picked the car up from Craig's house down there to the location where we're going to drop it off, and hopefully we'll get to meet Derek. Now, Lewisburg, Tennessee is a quaint little town south of Nashville. Really cool little town. Beautiful area. And one day that museum will be up and running, and there'll be all kinds of old cars and cool things in there, and you'll be able to go see the Allen Collins car there, and hopefully it'll be kind of somewhat fixed up. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go down to the town square and get kind of acquainted with the town. So we'll go do that right now, and then later we'll go meet the guys and unload that car. Okay, here we are in the town square, and you know, it looks just like any town, USA town square. You know, and in Tennessee, you have these small little towns, you know, with the old theaters and things like that. Now, if you were to come to the Vice Grip Garage Museum when it's open to check it out, you could stay in Lewisburg. There's some quaint little motels here. But Columbia, I think, is the closest, nearest place where there's a lot of restaurants and nicer hotels. But yeah, this town square, you know, it's a small town. It's got a small town feel, and really cool place to visit. And the area surrounding Lewisburg is rolling hills, you know, and green pastures, cornfields and things like that. So you could go to Nashville and hang out there. You could come here and check out the Vice Grip Garage. So this is what the town square looks like, and pretty cool. So pretty soon we're going to be meeting the guys bringing Alan's car, and then we're going to unload it. I just wanted to give everybody a feel for what it's like here in Lewisburg, Tennessee. right, we're at the Vice Grip Garage, and we just backed the car in here. And we got John and Andy and Kobe. Kobe's right there. And these are the guys that took the time and drove. How many miles was it, Andy?
I think total it's going to be 1,900, close to 2,000 miles.
That was a long haul,
Yeah,
man.
it was. So it was about 800 to Craig's house from Maryland, where we are, Eastern Shore of Maryland, on the peninsula.
Right.
And then it was about another 800 from Craig's to Tennessee to here,
Wow.
to the garage. And then it's like, whatever it is home, whatever the math is, home.
Well, Alan would be proud.
Well, I'm glad to help. I'm glad to help.
Let's take a look at this sucker, man. Nobody's really got a really great look at it, you know, because it was at Craig's house and everybody was working on it, so I'm just going to do a little walk around.
Want me to get this strap off? Yeah, you can.
Try not to get the bloodshed on my arm. That's up to you.
So somehow the tire blew out here, and the guys are jacking it up to pull that tire off. And it was sitting on the trailer and just, for no reason, just blew. So they're going to put the spare on there and then roll her on off. We had to add this on there, you know. And it says, "Make America High Again." Of course, that's for Craig. Guys are drawing straws to see who's going to get in the car to steer it off the trailer, and it looks like John lost.
I'll just hold it tight.
It's kind of sticky in there, huh, John?
Yeah. Now there's some water on Warren's seat cover.
And then over here somewhere is where Alan's guitar was hitting on the, right there, Alan's car. Out in Alan's car on this little area right here. That's where Alan's guitar used to rub while he was practicing on the way to the studio while Craig was driving.
All right.
Crazy.
Hey, go ahead and give me like a Matco rubber hammer or something.
Got a Matco rubber hammer?
Andy, just hold on to that shock.
I got her. How'd you hit?
Don't scratch yourself getting out there, John. We don't want to have to take you to the hospital for a tetanus shot.
Give me a bump.
Hey, there was a lot of it on there, man.
Yeah,
There's
man.
probably some residue, you know. Oh my God.
Don't put your hands in your nose.
Wow, it's hot in there. The air conditioning is working.
So John's finding parts of the car laying on the trailer, like brake line. Some kind of a floor pan fell off of it. And then, yeah, all kinds of little pieces falling off. Yeah, she's definitely roached. Some more stuff. All right. Well, got it off of there. Hey, your mission is complete, John. You made it, man. It's not like bass fishing in the lake, is it?
No.
A little bit different than that.
1,200 miles or something like that in
Yeah.
two nights.
But it's all going to be on video, and it's for a great cause, and we appreciate it. And I think these guys probably going to have some good memories, and all the people that have volunteered, you know, just, Warren, you know, and Ronald Harlow, and you guys. I mean, we're going to have a big party after this, huh?
They did a great job too.
Yeah, they did.
Getting the car
They did
ready.
a lot of work prepping it. So.
Yeah, we even had a spare, so we had the tire blow, but they had us prepare with a spare.
Yeah, that's
so
they
did
came
everything
through.
They could.
Everybody came through.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get Derek's reaction when he sees this thing. So he'll be here in a minute. So we'll check him out. Okay, I'm going to attempt to get a little bit of a video of the inside of this car. Don't know how well it's going to turn out, but there's the back seat. Now you got to remember Alan and Billy and Leon and all those guys. Gary rode and probably drove this car. So some crazy history in here. And then the inside of the trunk. Surprisingly, it's not as worse as the floor pans, but still, look at that. That's like really roached. Is that where the gas thing's supposed to be?
Yeah, they would have flipped that down to put fuel in it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, just get some of that vinyl cleaner and some rubbing compound and buff her out, and she'll be ready to go. At least the back glass is still intact. Okay, I got Derek here of the Vice Grip Garage, and we dropped off the Alan Collins car. Really good of Derek to accept this little project here, and we don't really know where it's going to go, and I don't think Derek knows where it's going to go. He's got to get a little bit of a look. What do you think about this thing,
Well,
Derek?
you mentioned paint correction and a chip in the windshield.
Yeah, you know, sorry about that. I mean, you know, I had to get it here somehow. I had to, you know, embellish a little bit.
Right. No, it's there's some fading in the paint here.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah, when I sent you the pictures, I kind of left that out there.
There's a nick in the top. I think I could fix that. That's probably not.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think there's anything underneath there?
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty rough.
Now, when I asked you, I said, Derek, is this something that you've seen anything worse of? And we mentioned the Chevelle.
Yeah, the Chevelle is pretty rough.
So, would you say that the Chevelle was worse than this, or this is worse than this?
No, I think this is worse. On account of the frame. Watch the frame. That's the frame moving.
Derek said that's his test.
Yeah.
Yeah, that when he jumps on that, then if that does what it just did, then that's not good.
Yeah, that means basically from here to to here, there is no frame.
Yeah.
Which I guess lightens it up for performance reasons.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you might want to keep the load capacity down in the trunk, because it might start, you know.
Yeah, and if that compressor's seized up, all the holes that, that you got will give you a little bit more ventilation, huh?
The seat's already been recovered. I was going to do custom camo, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
finished.
yeah. We kind of did that for you because it's so tacky when you get in there. Some of the seat might come off on your clothes,
It's got a key and a clock. I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah, and a lot of room in that glove box I was noticing too.
It is humid in there, though. You notice that?
But you know what? It don't smell too bad, and I know that's one of your pet peeves.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like, well, it's like a moldy cereal box full of wet socks. It's not terrible, it's just...
I should have threw a Christmas tree in there, man. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Well, we do have a budget we're working on, so,
And I probably could have took it to the car wash,
That
but...
might be some of the smell. Found the restroom.
Oh yeah, oh my God, yeah, that's the place that the mice and the chipmunks and whatever hung out to do their thing.
Wow.
But, so, you don't think you could just pull that fuel make it happener off of there and do a little tweaking on the sparkulators and then throw a little rubbing compound on here and drive it down to church with the family?
I might need a little more. So you got Bluetooth lightning hoses here. That one's just gone. I mean, it's pretty remarkable the extent of the damage. I'm really excited for the opportunity, and I appreciate you guys bringing it out here. This really is a cool piece of history. Some would call it a boring car, but it was his car, so that's what makes it neat.
Yeah, and somehow I think Alan Collins is looking down smiling, because now that being said, I think if you did get it running, the guy would probably jump into it and probably try to roll it somewhere, because that's one of the things he liked to do is wreck cars.
Yeah.
And the fact that that song "Oak Tree, You're in My Way."
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe that tree falling on it is kind of symbolic.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, because it fell on the hood, and that's why there's no hood here.
Right through the radiator.
Yeah.
Took out the power steering pump, the air cleaner, some doodads and whatnots, and then chipped the glass. Right?
Yeah, I wonder if we could get that glass company over here to replace that, I heard if you got insurance, they'll do that for free, so.
Yeah. No,
Well-
I'll get this thing running. You wait and see. We'll get her running.
Well, I tell you what, if anybody can do it, Derek, it's you, and I just want to say thank you very much, you and your wife, your wonderful wife, for allowing us to bring this thing here. And it's an honor to have you work on it and
My pleasure.
and even consider it. So, thank you very much, and thank you for walking around and
Yeah.
giving us your spiel on it. And we can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
All right, stay tuned.
All
It's gonna
right.
happen.
Thank you, Derek.
Yep.